An unknown virus is affecting dairy cattle across the U.S., and officials here in Utah are beginning to warn farmers to keep an eye on their livestock. Now, ABC4's Annika Johns joins us live from Taylorsville after speaking with state officials about this illness and how they're protecting Utah's cattle. Now, Annika, what are we seeing here in Utah?
Well, Courtney, luckily right now we aren't seeing any cases here in the state of Utah. However, this mysterious disease is affecting states across the U.S. Now, this disease is affecting older lactating dairy cattle, and in order to help prevent it from making its way here to Utah and to keep Utah cattle safe, the Utah Department of Agriculture and Food is putting in some preventative measures that will hopefully help protect Utah's cattle and milk production, but also help protect the milk production across the United States. An unknown cattle disease is spreading through dairy cows across the U.S. And while there are no reported cases here in Utah, the Department of Agriculture and Food is making Utah dairy farmers aware of this mysterious virus, said to be making cows sick and affecting their milk production.
Originated in Texas and then was found in some other states such as Kansas and New Mexico as well, but it was affecting specifically older-aged lactating dairy cows.
Woolston Hughes says at this time, the U.S. Department of Agriculture has not determined what exactly this virus is, but that they believe it could be some form of a highly pathogenic aviation influenza spread through wild birds to livestock.
When animals come in contact with these wild birds, whether through their feces or through having same food and water sources.
While the USDA has not officially said this is the cause, the Utah Department of Agriculture and Food is placing some new restrictions on cattle entering the state.
So any dairy cattle, lactating dairy cattle specifically, that are being imported into the state of Utah from any of these affected states, such as Texas, Kansas, and New Mexico, they have to have a health certificate signed by a veterinarian within 7 days of importation, stating that they were not showing any symptoms of the disease and that they are presumed healthy.
At this time, UDAF says there is no need for panic, but they are asking dairy farmers in the state to keep a close eye on their herds.
So we want to be able to track it and be able to help in the testing to figure out what the cause of the disease is.
Now, Wolstenholme continues saying that while this is affecting milk production, it's not affecting the safety of the milk. Now, she says that through the Safe Milk Act, that there is a certain process that milk has to go through to determine if there's any bacteria, diseases, or viruses in it, to make sure that that kind of stuff does not make it onto any grocery store shelf. So all the milk that is still in the store is 100% safe. She says right now they're just looking to determine what's making these cows sick and preventing it from making its way here to Utah. Reporting live from Taylorsville, Annika Johns, ABC4 News.